Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on the video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So, November is coming to an end, and I figured I might as well just give you guys a channel update video while November was still here. I'm actually getting ready to head out of town again. I'm actually leaving in a couple of hours, so I still need to pack and whatnot. But yeah, figured I'd just give you guys a quick little update just to see what you guys can expect in December. First things first, if you follow the last couple channel update videos I've put out, you know about the fun shenanigans that I've been having with the YouTube company, and talks back and forth about these fun strikes that they put on my channel. Well, they didn't put on my channel, but they allowed multiple strikes for the same video sent from the same company but different email addresses, which really should not be allowed. And nobody will give me an answer. Nobody is giving. I've opened multiple tickets and the conversation always dies. They forward me to someone else, they forward me to someone else, and then no one actually answers my question, and then the conversation just dies. And it's terribly frustrating. So I've stopped reaching out a couple weeks ago because it was just a terribly frustrating process. But good news, at least about that, is the first strike that I received for that video is set to expire December 6th. So as long as nothing magically pops up between now and December 6th, so like the next 6 or so days, 7, 8, the next week or so, as long as something pops up in like the next week, then that strike will be gone. And then the next strike is scheduled to expire in January. So I will feel much more comfortable with a single strike. So once December 6th reaches and that strike is gone, I'll take a sigh of relief. It'll be just a burden off of my shoulders, not living in this limbo of like, okay, any moment someone could just randomly decide to strike me and my channel will be gone. So at least I'll have that little buffer there where it won't be, I need just one strike to die. I'll have it, So fingers crossed nothing happens there. I would love to get an actual sensible response from the YouTube people, but that just does not seem like it's in the cards right now, so it is what it is. But that's good news. The strike will be expired relatively soon, so that's happy stuff. Like I said, I'm just looking at my list of things. Like I said, I'll be out of town a lot. I'll be in and out of town. In November, I was doing a tour of, God, I've just been nonstop performing for months now. So like all summer I was rehearsing Rent, and then did Rent the end of August. Then after Rent went directly into Color Purple for September. Then rehearsed, I think we had like 2 weeks off, then went into rehearsals and the tour for Schoolhouse Rock end of October through November, and then we started rehearsals for the holiday show, which we're gonna now go on tour now for that too. So I'll be in and out of town a lot the next few weeks. So my production might be all over the place, but I'll try the days that I'm in town to just record excess stuff so that I have stuff that I can edit while I'm on the road. So like this last couple days since last week was Thanksgiving break, at least over here in the States. I had a lot of time off, so I did just a lot of recording. So I have a lot of stuff sitting in my folder to edit that I'll be able to edit over the next week or whatnot. So I'll have content for the next week or so while I'm in and out of town. But I'll try to continue that while the days I'm in town, just to do some little extra recording here or there. But it's also going to be busy time, because just at my job in general, when I am in town, it's concert season. So we've got all the schools coming in, renting the venue, doing their concerts, doing their winter shows, this, that, the other. So it's a very busy time. So I'm going to try when I'm in town to record extra stuff so I have stuff to edit, but production might slow down, or it might just be spotty. Yeah, we'll see how the month goes, at least for the first couple of weeks, because then I think once we reach like the 3rd week in December, that's when the schools go on their winter break. So then schools are closed, so my job will be closed as well. So then I'll have all the last couple weeks, or the last week of December, 1st week of January, to just do all kinds of recording and content. So leading up to the Christmas holiday, will be very, very busy, so I don't know what my production will be like, but I will try to keep it consistent. But if it's not, then you know what's going on. What else? Still have our podcast with Synergic and the channel that hosts all of that stuff. The links are down in the description. Haven't recorded a new one in a couple of weeks. I've been busy. He's been busy. He's always streaming. He streams like 8 days a week. How did he invent an extra day to stream? I don't know, but he did. He's such a busy bee. Love that man. So proud of him. But yes, we still have the extra channel for all of our just mine and Synergic's joint content is over there, and then that's where we also host our YouTube versions of the podcast, but you can also listen to podcast streaming on all your major streaming platforms. Series. What series am I going to get into in the month of December? Well, I wrote this list like 4 days ago before I started one of these series, and now I'm almost done with one of these series, so this list might change a little bit as the month goes on. But in November, I finally finished Not Me. I finished Papa and Daddy 2. I haven't put out all the reactions, but I finished reacting to them like 3 days ago. So that's off of my list, and I'll release those sporadically throughout the month of December. Those don't get a huge amount of views. Not very many people are watching the series, so like I'm not rushing to like get it edited and out there, but I wanted to get it at least off of my reaction chest, or off of my reaction list. So I finished out Not Me and Papa and Daddy 2, and then I was like, well, the month's not over yet, but I might want I had like 3 series in my head that I was like, maybe I should try one of these, and I was debating between We Best Love, Old Fashioned Cupcake, and Choco Milkshake. And I was like, you know what, Choco Milkshake, these episodes are very, very short. And like when I was starting the recording session, it was already late at night, so I'm like, okay, let me just do one episode because it's short and I can do that right now. And then it just turned out to be the most adorable series in the world, and I love it so much. So as of today, as of recording this, I've already binged through, between that recording session and the recording session I did last night and today, I've already binged through the entire series that's been released. The last episode 9, was released this morning, or the most recent episode I should say was released this morning. So as I woke up this morning, I sat down and reacted to that, and now I'm recording my channel update video. So I think there's like 2 episodes still left, but yeah, that series will be, those reactions will be done come December. So that's on the list of things that you'll see in December, but not for very long, because they'll my reactions to that will be done relatively quickly. So we've got Choco Milkshake. I'm going to continue through Word of Honor. I just finished reacting to episode 21. I don't know that I'll be able to finish it in the month of January. Theoretically, I could, because we've only got like 15 episodes left. So if I reacted to like 4 episodes a week, then I could, theoretically. But I don't want to rush through this series. So I think I'll get through a good bulk of what's left in January, and I think by February we will have finished Word of Honor. It's just such a long series, but it's such a good one. So we're going to continue through Word of Honor. We're going to finish out Choco Milkshake. We're going to continue through Between Us, because we're only on going into episode 5 this coming weekend. And then I want to dive into We Best Love 2, Fighting. So Choco Milkshake's gonna be done, so that'll be 3 series that I'm in the middle of. And then depending on, I feel like I'll probably end up flying through We Best Love 2, because that one's also like 5 or 6 episodes, I think, too, and they're relatively short, so I think I might end up flying through that one too. Depending on how soon I finish that, then I will either dive into The Miracle of Teddy Bear or Eclipse, one of those 2. Just because I've seen amazing things about Eclipse going around. I've seen people posting around it for the longest time. Plus, I fell in love with first when I was reacting to Not Me. I love him and I want to see more of him. And y'all already know I love my cow. I love him. So am very interested. Plus, I was reacting to all of the GMMTV 2023 trailers that they posted last week, and they were featured throughout a couple of them. So I'm like, okay, I want to see them. I want to see them. I want to see them. So I'll start the eclipse relatively soon-ish, but I don't know if I'm going to do that one first or if I'm going to do Miracle of Teddy Bear first. We'll just have to see how the month plays out for me and how I feel. But yes, you can expect those. So for sure, we have Word of Honor, continuing between us, finishing out Choco Milkshake, and then starting We Best Love 2, and then starting either Eclipse or Miracle of Teddy Bear, or potentially both, depending on just how productive I am in December. And then as far as music, boy bands of the month that we'll be looking at, just like giving a special focus to so I can get to know them a little bit more. We're going to go only one of, because I love them. And over the last couple months, as they've been releasing their solo projects, this B project that they've been on, it's kind of been like a slow introduction for me. So like I get to know each person's, I can put their name to their face one at a time, versus like me watching a helpful guide video and having to take in information about 17 people all at once, and like so since I've kind of got like this sort of like head start, I can put KB's face to his name to his face. I can put Woo Jung's name to his face. I can put Ri's name to his face. I can put Junji's name to his face. And so like, and now I can kind of put Mill's name to his face because I just finished reacting to his release yesterday. So now that I'm kind of already a little bit ahead of the game with that, I feel like it'd be easier for me to just dive into a helpful guide for them and, you know, just get to know more about them. Plus they've got more music that I just haven't explored yet. So I'm going to look at them, and also going to look at Extraordinary Heroes, because I've only reacted to them a couple of times over the last like month or so, but they seem to be very well received, and you guys have given me lots of great suggestions, and I've just enjoyed their general vibe, and I would like to see more of them. So those are the two boy bands of the month that we're going to focus on. But again, like with all of our boy bands of the month, that doesn't mean that we're going to stop looking at all the other boy bands. We're just going to pay a little extra focus on these so I can learn more about them, but we're still going to look at other people and their music and whatnot. And then I also have just a list of artists that I want to revisit at some point during the month, or just dive into it all. So like Astro, I think I only did like one thing with Moonbim, adorable little cupcake. And I know you guys have mentioned a lot of things and sent me a lot of suggestions, and I just see things floating around. I see a lot of shorts recommended to me involving Moonbim, and I see a lot of things floating around like the Twitterverse with Moonbim and just Astro in general. So I want to look at them, want to revisit Lucy because I enjoyed their vibe. I think I only reacted to like one, maybe two other things, but I really enjoyed their vibe. Day 6, I haven't reacted to them in a while. It's been a while since I've reacted to anything One We, and y'all know I love me my One We, so I gotta revisit them. Also want to revisit Lara Fabian, because I've had things sitting in my playlist that I've added for like that I intended to get to this month and I didn't. I wanted to revisit Gabriel Henrique and Lara Fabian, so I did revisit Gabriel a few times over the month, but I never got around to Lara, so I want to dive into some more Lara Fabian. Yeah, and I'm sure there's others, but those are just the ones that popped up in my head when I was writing up my little list here for things in my channel update video. And what else? Oh, December. Christmas time's rolling around, so you can also expect Christmas time shenanigans, reactions to come up. I saw where Joss Stone, who I absolutely love and adore, has a new Christmas album that she put out like a couple weeks ago. So bet your ass I'm going to be reacting to stuff from that. We know Kelly Clarkson just loves Christmas in general, so I expect to see an abundance of Christmas themed either karaoke segments, or who knows, maybe she'll have another Christmas special. So you can expect reactions from that. And then also if you guys have just general Christmas themed reactions, I know there's lots of stuff from like Morissette and other artists that, there might be older performances, but that I haven't watched yet on the channel. So, if you guys have recommendations that you want me to see, you can let me know those too, and I can check those out as well. And yeah, I think that's the majority of it. If you follow me on Instagram, then you probably saw me over the Thanksgiving holiday. Aside from cooking nonstop, I did start playing around with my sewing machine a little bit more because I have a gig in December, a drag gig where it's like a Nightmare Before Christmas cabaret. So each person's taking on a different character, and they asked me to do a drag version of Oogie Boogie. So I have a costume that I have in mind that I need to create. So before I dove into creating an Oogie Boogie inspired dress, I was like, well, let me just play with my sewing machine a little bit more. So I actually made this shirt. It's not really relevant to anything on the channel. I like the shirt, and I wanted to show it off to people. So look at my shirt. I made this shit with some help from my mom, of course, because she's an expert seamstress and I am not, but I'm working on it. That's one of the things that I wish that I did learn from my grandfather, who was a tailor by profession. I wish that I did get to learn some of the sewing things because he was fantastic. He didn't need patterns. He just sewed shit, just boom. And my mom kind of got that stuff from him too. So I wish I did, but no, I have to learn it the old-fashioned way through trial and error, and I've got patterns and whatnot. But yeah, I made this, and I'm very happy. So you can probably expect to see more of my creations on this channel as time goes by. Yeah, just again, not related to this channel. Just want to share things about me because reasons. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna stop talking so I can get packed and hit the road. And yeah, so I will see you guys in whatever video I put out next. Love ya. Mwah.